This is TWiT.
Google is working on a new messaging app to compete with WhatsApp. In an exclusive, India's Economic Times newspaper reported today that Google will soon start testing the app in emerging markets like India. The app will be free and probably be launched next year and would not require Google login credentials, which is kind of unusual for Google, and it differentiates it from the Hangouts app. If you recall, Google's rumored to have offered $10 billion to buy WhatsApp, but was outbid by Facebook, who picked it up for a cool $19 billion. And it sounds like we don't have Christina Warren with us back yet. We're going to try to get her back.
I see her scribbling right now.
She's scribbling. Okay, good.
But I mean, I'll go ahead and ask the obvious question, which is, does Google need another messaging solution? I feel like they've gone from all of these disparate things like Talk and messaging. If you're on Android, there's straight up messaging app, and then Hangouts and all these different things. And they've gone through Google Voice. They've gone through the process of collecting them into one giant receptacle that is now kind of Hangouts, more or less. And then they're going to kind of open it up again. Why not? Why not combine? Why different?
Well, I have two theories. One of them is that they're taking on the Facebook model, which is Facebook looks around at who's not using their stuff and says, whatever it is they're using, we'll have one of those. And so I think a lot of people hesitate to do a Google login. A Google login is a pretty intense action, because once you're logged into Google, then now the whole privacy policy covers you. You're now logged in for all these different things. Maybe you want a different login for YouTube than you have for your chat messaging app. And so this enables them to do that. The second theory that I have is that they are doing this as part of their Android One program. This is something for the emerging markets, not for the people who would use Hangouts. And so this might be a very light app. It may integrate more seamlessly with SMS. It may have other features and benefits that somehow are sort of custom tailored to the emerging markets like India and elsewhere around the world. So that's what this appears to be. It appears to be a secondary type of messaging app for different types of users. Meanwhile, the people with the hardcore, this is great news, I think, for those of us who use Hangouts and other apps, because it frees them to really make Hangouts super powerful and to take advantage of the expensive electronics that people in Japan, the United States, Europe, and elsewhere might want to use. If they have to have one app for the whole world, they have to dumb it down sort of technically, I guess, and that is not a good thing for anybody. So it sounds like it might be a good thing. And again, this is something that we'll be hearing a lot more about if these reports are true. And of course, the Economic Times is a massive newspaper in India.
Now, obviously, taking a look right here, this is a leak of supposedly the next Nexus device, the Nexus 6 Motorola device. And one thing that you notice down at the bottom there is this new messaging icon. Is there any possibility that we could see this on an upcoming version, or is it just too soon?
Very interesting.
Yeah,
I've never seen that icon before, but it's
I know, and I haven't either. Yeah. And we do have Christina back. It's good to have you back.
Great.
Good to be back.
So do you have any, you probably have something to say about messaging apps, but probably Skype, not this one.
Right. No, yeah, a couple of four-letter words there. No. No, I think your analysis that I heard, Mike, I think is dead on. I do actually think we probably, if the leak seems to be timed to when we're expecting to see the next Nexus device and when L is supposed to be released, also some of the Android One stuff. You know, these leaks, a lot of people don't realize this, but they don't happen in a vacuum. You know, they're usually timed around something to get to build excitement. So, you know, that icon, I think, is probably a pretty good indicator that could be this new platform. I mean, and certainly this is an area where Google had a really big head start on messaging, but they've never really captured it the same way. You know, they were behind MSN, they were behind Yahoo on IM, and they had this great potential with Hangouts that I don't think they've ever leveraged correctly. But I think that with a standalone, and especially with a mobile-first offering, I think that's a really big point too. Having something that's decoupled away from the standard web Google login and is just a pure, you know, messaging mobile app could be great for them, because that's, I think, one of the reasons why WhatsApp has been so successful and has grown so virally in those markets, especially emerging markets, is that it is this mobile first, mobile only sort of thing that is in no way tied to your identity on another web portal.
Very interesting. And this is another element where Google is differentiating itself from Facebook, which not only requires a Facebook account for you to use their messaging app, but also requires a real name to use Facebook. And so Google has abandoned their real names policy for Google Plus, and now it looks like they're offering a messaging app that doesn't require a login. So that's a great differentiator, I think. I mean, if you're going to differentiate from Facebook, that's a good one, and I think it might prove to be a popular one. It also has to be said that nothing gets past the eagle eyes of Jason Howell. You notice that icon? Good
Well,
catch,
hey,
Jason.
I'm just excited about everything. So. You know.